Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by Always More Gaming here on YouTube, and today we're starting Call of Cthulhu. I want to read this before it disappears. So, Chapter 1, Pierce Investigations Agency in Boston. Boston, 1924. Edward Pierce, veteran of the First World War, drowns his memories in liquor and sleeping pills. He is now a private detective who has trouble finding a case able to lift him from his torpor. I don't know. Pierce must find a new case quickly or risk losing his license. Oh, it wasn't going to disappear. Okay. So, yeah, we're going with Call of Cthulhu. I didn't realize My Friendly Neighborhood was dropping, and I want to play it, but at the same time I don't. Like, I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted about playing My Friendly Neighborhood. So if I do, it'll be something down the line, I guess. 'Cause I already know what I'm playing after this. So maybe like 2 games from now. I don't know. I'm not making any promises. But this game, I don't remember what it's about. I did a bunch of research on it a couple weeks ago when I was trying to figure out what like my schedule was going to be, like what I was going to play next. Because at the time I was like, well, I don't know what to play because I was still waiting for Security Breach to come out, or like for Ruin, I guess. For Ruin to release, and trying to figure out if I was going to buy a new game, because there's like some games that I want to play but I don't have because money is tight. Everything is super expensive. But then I saw, like, I was looking through what I already have, because when I first downloaded Steam, I had a big problem of like anytime there was a sale of a game that I wanted, I would buy it. And I have a lot of games now in my library that I either don't have any interest in anymore, or I've just never played, or maybe I didn't even know that much about, but just saw, hey, that's like it's really cheap on sale right now, I'm gonna get it. So this was a game that I was interested in a while back, like around the time of its release. I thought it looked really interesting, but it has very mixed reviews. Because it's supposed to be, I think it's like considered a psychological horror. Again, I always say I don't do much with horror, but I feel like I've been doing a lot more with it lately. But that this game is very story driven, and that there are a lot of aspects that are introduced at the beginning that end up not really being used and fleshed out as the game progresses. It ends up just relying on a few things. So I'm playing this because I am okay with it being story driven. I'm okay with it not being super action heavy. Just thought it might be something a little different. So yeah, we're playing Call of Cthulhu. I think it's also considered to be like I don't remember, like a love pot. I don't know what it's called. Like a certain genre of games that I guess is highly loved, I guess you could say. I don't play those. Again, this just happened to catch my interest, and I'm hoping it's not too terrifying. I don't handle horror well. So we're gonna enter the madness. I am not mad, it is mercy. If I am mad, it is mercy. I can't read. May the gods pity the man who in his callousness can remain sane to the hideous end. It Lovecraft, not Love Pot. Lovecraft, that's what they're called. They're HP Lovecraft games. So, disturbing imagery in this game, like big time. Ooh. Oh, I'd be so grossed out. I can't. This could never be me. My game has saved. Oh boy. Okay. I don't know what to expect with this. I have never seen, like, other than like the trailers and like one like spoil-free review that I watched, I haven't seen much in the form of gameplay. I don't really know what to expect here. This detective we play as, just that stereotypical to crouch. Why am I crouching? Oh, I can... Okay, I don't have to hold it. That's nice. That's probably what toggle means. Okay. So, you know, in the stereotypical, you know, drunk detective fashion, I like this. I think it's like the town is constantly like there's like weird things constantly going on, and he's, as it said, you know, he's trying to find a reason or like find a case to not lose his license or whatever. I don't love the camera. The camera, like the way it like blurs, is not my favorite. Is that something I can... Motion blur. Is that what I want? We're gonna try it. That did not... I don't think that did what I was thinking it did. Okay, hold on. Turn it back on. Okay. Also... Oh, I guess it... I can't really tell. When I first tried like starting up the game and was like figuring out my... Oh, can I go over here? I can. That's why I wanted me to crouch. I was trying to look for like bolt cutters or something. When I was trying to figure out my settings, the game kept crashing. Counter darkness. You must light up some items in order to interact with them. Hurricane lamp. Okay. Can I go down here? Are there collectibles I need to be looking for? Ooh, what was that? Something just went in the water. Okay, I'm going back up here. Can I run? Cannot run. At least not yet. Okay. I've already missed this. Chloe? Ah. So there's 2 chained doors that I can't get through. Bolt cutters. I knew. Okay, not. No, they are bolt cutters. Can I go back through over here? Does it matter which door I go through? I hope not. Oh. Oh? Sounds like bendy. I guess it doesn't matter. I'm gonna cut... Oh, that's not what I wanted. Can I cut the... Can I still cut the... Nope. Okay. Well. You know. I also think this is one of those games where you run. You don't necessarily... Like, you can fight, but you're not very good at it. So you typically run or you're stealthy. Oh, poor orca. This probably... This probably smells awful. Are you talking about me? I can run. I'm very slow at running though. I don't have a key. I don't need a key. Behold.
Everything has already been written.
Oh, they're like the...
But perhaps you will attempt to change your destiny.
Where's their, like, their... It's Davy Jones! Where are all their faces? Uh-oh. I saw you. Well, this is your problem for mixing booze and pills.
Whiskey.
Then stop drinking it. I have a diary. Pierce Investigations Agency. My private detective agency contracted to the Wentworth Detective Agency. After the Great War, I decided to set up in Boston, where there is no lack of work for guys like me. One small-time case follows the other. Adultery, settled scores, disappearances that are not actually disappearances. The old office couch is less comfortable than a real bed, and I should probably get rid of these empty bottles, but this place is mine for the moment. So, I don't know anything about the inhabitants or the occult. I find clues. I have an inventory. My old lighter that I engraved in memory of the 77th Infantry Division and the men of the Lost Battalion who fell. Okay, so this is what I was really talking about, as far as, like using things and, like, trying to build on them and then them not being very useful later on. So, basically, we can kind of affect how Pierce does things. So, like, if he's trying to, like, with eloquence represents your ability to influence those you talk to by the power of your speech. Improving this skill increases your chance of convincing or manipulating during discussions. Spot hidden represents your ability to find hidden objects. Psychology represents your knowledge of human behavior. Improving this increases your chance of understanding the motivations of a person. And then there's occultism and medicine, which I think are, like, the two things you have to find certain things for in order to level those up. Strength represents your ability to call on your physical power. So this increases your chance of forcing doors or mechanisms or of using violence during interactive discussions. And then investigation represents your investigating talents. Improving this skill increases your chance of understanding past events by analyzing a crime scene or an object and of picking locks. So I spend these, I don't know what CP stands for, but basically my points. I don't have any though. And then there's the case. The doctor can well repeat to me that I no longer need my remedy to keep my memories at bay, but I know that if I stop, the memories will return. One of these mornings, I probably won't wake up. Despite the treatment, I again hear voices in my dreams, but they are different, unknown. They seem to surface from unfathomable and ancient depths. What nameless creature is calling me? Oh, not opera. Oh, there's whiskey on the table. Have a drink, don't drink. I don't want to drink. I'm gonna help you with your habit.
Down something other than my nightmares.
Oh, I already have this.
I wonder why I still take these things.
Doctors prescribed them when I returned from the war. They swore that they would put an end to the nightmares, but for a while now their effects have been wearing off.
Been too long since I've slept in a bed.
Do you have a bed?
Lost Battalion. Holding your position and obeying orders. That isn't courage. I used to be an avid reader.
I like to claim I'm an avid reader, but, like, I go through phases. Like, I've finished, like, a good 3 or 4 books in the last month. And then I'll go, like, almost a year without picking anything up. Okay, not that long, but, like, I'll start something and then I never finish it. Or I finish it, but it's, like, forever. It's, like,
Wentworth Agency doesn't attract
bunch of months later.
top-notch cases.
I don't want to leave yet. Is there anything else?
Married woman runs off with her girlfriend. The husband couldn't understand it.
The husband never understood that his wife had left him. He kept on calling me weeks after the investigation had been closed. Well, this is like the, what is it, like the 1920s? So I don't think being lesbians was that well accepted either. Not only did your wife leave you, she left you for another
Good
woman.
old story of blackmail in a speakeasy.
The bar owner who hired me didn't like the way I closed this case, but when you're already outside the law, there's not a lot one can do against a private detective who's got proof against you. Okay.
Natural sciences, linguistics, archaeology.
Oh, so you used to be a jack of all trades. Okay. We saved again. Does it automatically save after like so much time? No, it's because I was about to get a phone call.
I'm listening.
Are you Edward Pierce, private investigator contracted by the Wentworth Detective Agency?
No, this is Patrick.
Hello. I'm Lucy Sherifield, in charge of investigators over at Wentworth. I'm calling because of a problem with your file. A fire has destroyed some of our documents.
Is that right?
I'm so very sorry, but I have to collect your personal information yet again.
I have points all of a sudden. Eloquence. I guess we'll do eloquence. Do I have to do all of them? Can I leave now? So when am I going to spend all of my points? I guess. I don't know. I don't have any more. I don't have any more. Allocate your character points. Oh, I can take from things. Why is this one green? Is it because I've leveled them up? I'm so confused. How do I get out? Validate. Validate. Nope. Do I really want to validate this character? What does that mean? I've already looked at this. Occultism represents your knowledge of the occult sciences. I don't know what to do. Oh, oh. Okay, go away, please. I don't know what I pressed. I opened like Xbox or something. Okay, there we go. I don't know. What does it mean to validate? It won't let me validate that one. It won't let me validate. I don't know what I'm doing. What? I'm confused. What did I just do? Did I just reset? I hit reset. That's what happened. I reset. I want to go now. I don't know what it wants. I'm completely lost. Hello? Validate it. Validate is not, it's not. Hello? Why is it doing that? That is very annoying. Doesn't like my mouse. There it goes. No.
Thank you for this information, Mr. Pierce. Our files will soon be up to date. And on a related matter,
Wait.
may I raise a sensitive question?
Wait. I didn't want
What's
to
wrong?
validate
As
that
you
one
know,
first.
we wish to closely
I thought I would be able to do
monitor
both.
the progress of our contractors. And it would seem you've been accepting fewer new cases.
Work is scarce.
Mr. Pierce, you know as well as I do, there's never been more investigative work than now.
But are those cases worth it?
They're worth not losing your license.
Oh.
Show yourself worthy of the Wentworth Detective Agency, and we might keep you on the payroll. Mr. Pierce, are you still...
I'm coming.
Hung up.
Sir, I came here on the advice of a person whom I hold in high esteem, and I must say that I expected anything but a drunkard's lair.
You're free to leave anytime, sir.
Do you know to whom you speak?
Stephen Webster, industrialist and art collector. All of Boston knows you.
Tell me, Mr. Pierce, are you capable of handling a new case, or are you simply a deadbeat inebriate?
You come to me.
Come in here and start accusing me, but you came to me.
Nobody believes me. They take me for an old fool. Sarah, my little girl. She is dead. Even you must know of her. She was Sarah Hawkins.
The painter? Yes. Everyone knows her work.
The police accuse her of killing her family. They all died in a fire. Sarah, her husband, and Simon, my grandson.
I can't do anything for a woman who is already dead.
Find out the truth. They say she was mad, but I know that's a lie. She would never have done such a thing.
But if you have no proof...
I've brought all that I have. Look. I want you to look carefully.
What was the point of us moving from a cutscene?
Tell me all the assumptions that come to mind.
What am I supposed to find?
Tell me if this is the work of madness. Or if, on the contrary, you manage to detect some logic, a rationality to follow so that I may understand it.
Is that all you want from me?
Yes, please.
All right. I'll look at your picture. That's all you've got? The painting?
I placed a file on your desk. It contains everything I have on the affair.
Okay, hold on. I want to validate the other thing. Why is it not letting me validate with this button all of a sudden? Ah! What did I do? Sanity? Edward Pierce is a veteran of the First World War when he took part in the Meuse-Argonne offensive. He is one of the few survivors of the Lost Battalion, American units that suffered heavy losses from enemy and Allied artillery fire. Forced to hold their position for several days, surrounded by the bodies of their fallen comrades. Without food or medical supplies, the soldiers were considered as lost by their fellow countrymen. Pierce is traumatized by these events. He consumes sleeping pills and liquor to ward off the nightmares. We are currently stable. Confident in your abilities and your Cartesian mind, you conduct your investigation by sticking to the facts, your convictions, and your perception of reality. Your conclusions are logical and reliable. I feel like that's going to change as we continue to play. Okay, stop, please. Stop, please. Let me use my mouse, please. I want to validate this. It doesn't let me. It doesn't let me. I don't know. I don't know. It has my current objectives. Examine the painting and examine the file. Let's look at the painting first. Oh, I have to hold it.
What's this symbol on the man's chest? It's as if Sarah Hawkins breathed a message into it.
Can I see what you think about it? A strange picture, there it is, painted by Sarah Hawkins a short while before her tragic death, was sent to her father just after the artist died. He is convinced that she is the sender. He brought me the painting so that I could examine it. Stephen Webster, the wealthy industrialist, came to my office. He wants me to reopen the Sarah Hawkins case, named after his daughter, who died in a fire alongside her entire family. I must examine the documents he compiled in order to know more about the case.
A warehouse on Darkwater. Some sketches of the Hawkins family. Rather thin.
The shipping label, some of it is unreadable, but I can make out part of the address. Warehouse 36, Darkwater. The police report, it says that the fire started in the dining room and claimed the whole family. The police decide on a domestic accident, but they nevertheless insist on Sarah and Hawkins' mental frailty. Why? A press cutting, an article written about the marriage of Sarah and Charles Hawkins, a businessman from the island of Darkwater. They live a recluse life with their only son, Simon. So I think we go to Darkwater.
So, Mr. Pierce, what do you make of these elements?
Dialogue tree. You shouldn't take this painting lightly. I read about her mental frailty in the police report. Something's not right with this story. Where did Sarah live?
The sender's label mentions Warehouse 36.
That's right. It came with Sarah's last painting.
And you think your daughter could have been the sender?
That is what you must find out. Go to Darkwater. Find Warehouse 36.
Where did Sarah live? Ah.
Darkwater. Never heard of the place. Where is that?
It's a small, remote island off the coast of Boston. Sarah lived there with her son and her husband.
I suppose you want to ship me off there.
Darkwater holds the secret regarding my daughter, Mr. Pierce. You must uncover it.
Okay. Unlock answer. What does that mean?
Her husband was a big deal on the island.
But you don't know what the island is.
So sticking to the accident theory. Though they mentioned Sarah's mental state was fragile. I believe you are right, sir. This case is not as simple as it appears.
I am aware of that. I believe there is more to this case than just an accident.
The meaning could be exactly as it appears.
I like
think your
his
daughter is
voice.
sending you a message.
That's what
I find it very
believe, too.
soothing.
It was 3 months ago that I received the call
Not
from the police
Webster's,
telling me of my
Pierce's.
daughter's death. And yet a short while after, this painting was delivered to my home. The painting is linked to this case, can't you see? You must find the meaning behind all this.
You must tell me if what the police suggest about the mental state of your daughter is true.
No. Sarah had visions. Everyone knew that. She never would have hurt a fly. She only thought she saw things.
Saw things? What do you mean by that?
I never knew what she meant by that. My daughter was an enigmatic figure, Mr. Pierce. You must find out the truth about her life and death.
Okay.
I think I'm beginning to understand.
I'm willing to do anything.
I
for
think
my
we do a
daughter to
lot of these
recover
like
her honor.
conversation trees
Quiet down.
throughout the game.
I'm on your side. Let's sum things up. An artist dies with her family in a house fire. Your only clue is a sort of promontory painting sent from Darkwater right before her death.
Correct. And the rumors about her supposed folly.
Which you don't totally deny.
Find that warehouse. Find out the truth regarding Sarah
completely
Hawkins'
avoid
death.
that question.
You will be handsomely compensated.
All right. I'll take the case. I'll go to Darkwater and look into the death of your daughter.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. I didn't expect any less coming from a man in your situation.
Oh.
Something's queer. But it's not like I have a choice.
You can't keep insulting me if I'm the only one who will actually do anything
Darkwater.
with your daughter's case.
I think I've got a book on the North Atlantic.
Oh,
But
he's still
I'll find
talking.
some information on this island in there.
Okay. All that remains is to leave for Darkwater. Certainly find something on Darkwater in my bookcase. Okay, so Stephen Webster is 63, a wealthy businessman well respected in the Boston area. Stephen came to see me in order that I investigate the death of his only daughter, Sarah. The man accepts neither refusals nor inconvenient truths. He is ready to do anything to prove his daughter was not mad. Charles Hawkins was a local celebrity on Darkwater, the heir of a ship owner family. He used to travel a lot. He met Sarah during a trip to Paris. They fell in love, got married, and Hawkins took her to the remote island of Darkwater. They have a child named Simon and lived a very secretive life. I get the feeling it's going to be not all, like, yes, there's, like, something going on here, but I also get the feeling it's not going to be, like, the dad is a little disillusioned. She's 33. Sarah Hawkins is a painter known for her tortured artistic universe. She was worshipped for the strangeness of her work and the rarity of her public appearances. I seem to remember that she once said, "I paint what my dreams whisper to me." Her marriage to Charles years ago surprised high society columnists. A wealthy Boston heiress known for her party-going chooses to follow her new husband and live as a recluse on the island of Darkwater. She disappeared from the front pages of newspapers, and nobody heard any more about her. Even her death in a fire remained a secret. Only her father, Stephen Webster, continues to seek the truth. Then there's Simon, who's 11, only son of Sarah and Charles. He died in the fire that claimed his whole family. The painting depicts a monstrous silhouette threatening a woman and a child. Flames can be made out in the background. Stephen Webster, the father of Sarah, thinks that it is linked to the death of his daughter. Okay. Oh. Knowledge. Oh, occult. Intuitive and visionary artist for some, overpriced imposter for others, Sarah leaves nobody indifferent. This mysterious and reserved painter offers strange images with violent colors and wild strokes to the world. If her paintings are testimony of her vision of the world, then the world of Sarah is a portal open to other dimensions. Extract from the notebook of Edward Pierce, private detective. Okay. So I need to find a book.
I used to be an avid reader.
I know. I thought you wanted me to look on your bookshelf. Okay, a dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. The first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. So, like, that's how the medicine progresses. And I'm pretty sure the occult is the same way that, like, you find specific things that, like, go with medicine or with the occult, and that's how you progress your
Darkwater is
skills.
off the
There you
coast of Boston. But I've never heard of it. According to this book, it was often mentioned during whale hunting times at the end of the 19th century.
Hence
It
the
seems to have been
orcas.
shunned since then.
Darkwater has been inhabited since the 14th century and is still rich with the many memories left by its lost tribes, but don't let the romanticism of these moving evidences of such naive and primitive beliefs fool you into forgetting how violent their gods were. A gigantic creature still ornates the walls of long-abandoned caves. What is it? Was it a sea or a dream god? No one knows, but today's inhabitants, the sons and daughters of the proud whale hunters, still remember the mysterious and tumultuous story of their small land off the coast of Massachusetts.
All I have to do is go to the port. I just hope that I can find a boat able to take me to
Okay,
Darkwater.
thank you. Okay, so leave for Darkwater. I have to hold it. Okay, oh, I gained a point. Pierce took the Hawkins case. The cursed artist is accused of having caused the fire that killed her and her family. As the only clue, she left her father a disturbing painting. On the shipping label, an address, a warehouse set on the docks of the island of Darkwater. The place seems to be the starting point for Pierce's investigation. Okie dokie. Oh. Okay, I guess we're headed to Darkwater. Did I finish saying that like I was having issues getting this to start? Because I did. It kept crashing. So I looked into it, and apparently this game doesn't like to run on like high quality settings. Which, if you saw when I had my settings pulled up, everything is set like super high quality, which is what it was automatically set on, and I just left it. But apparently it doesn't like to run like that, and so I had to actually go into like advanced properties and stuff, and it's been running for me ever since. But I think that's kind of ridiculous.
We're almost there.
Okay. You know, when I think of Pierce, I don't know how many of you guys like maybe have parents that watch MASH. Please stop. Ah. Sorry, we're trying to figure out what to do for lunch, so my dad keeps texting me. No, I grew up watching MASH. Actually, when I was little, it's what my dad would rock me to sleep every night. It was called the Night Night Show. 'Cause it was on every night about the time that it was time for me to go to bed.
Stay on board. There's guys coming to unload.
But I hear Pierce, and I think of Pierce from MASH.
Welcome to Darkwater Island, Mr. Pierce.
Why, thank you, Captain.
Hawkeye, Benjamin Pierce.
So, what wind brought you?
I'm not moving.
Does the Hawkins case mean anything to you?
A sad story that we would all prefer to forget. Charles Hawkins may have been a landlubber, but he was a good man.
Why are there just
And his
people
wife,
standing in the town
Sarah
center?
Hawkins.
Or up there?
Nice young woman, and a great painter. What a tragedy.
Ooh.
You know what? Go have a drink at the Stranded Whale. What you need is a good pick-me-up. Mitchell may not be very welcoming, but his bar holds a surprise for you. As for me, you'll find me at the Harbor Master's office.
Harbor Masters.
If it's the Hawkins family that brings you here, I have a pile of documents that should interest you.
You need to like clear
Understood.
your throat.
I'm going for a look around.
Maybe
the
hawk up
docks.
a loogie or something. Okay. I saw something showed up in my journal. On the approaches to Darkwater, I saw thick clouds masking the sky. They were so low they seemed intent on impaling themselves on the sharp reefs that circle the island. Fitzroy, the captain of the only tub that manages to float to the mainland, offered to help me. Oh, whoops. He may have documents that belong to Charles. Fitzroy advised me to visit the post's bar. He mentioned a little pick-me-up. I suppose I could get the lay of the land at the same time. Fishermen have gathered around the carcass of a killer whale. I could have a look and see what the local cops have to tell me. Captain Fitzroy offered to share with me what he has found on the Hawkins and the archives of the Harbor Master's office, or the Harbor Masters. He said it kind of funky. I have 1 point. I feel like eloquence, investigation, and psychology, like the ones that I can willingly put points to, are like the most important. But this helps. And I don't know if like occultism and medicine objects count for the spot hidden thing. But I'm also pretty sure that this is the only one that ends up mattering long term. I'll put it towards investigation, I suppose. Oh, validate. I don't know what that means. Does that mean I can't take points away anymore? It doesn't let me. Yes. I don't know. Okay, places. Island of Darkwater. It would seem that the world has forgotten the very existence of this isolated rock off the coast of Boston. It is a small, inhospitable island whose coastline is made up of steep cliffs and sharp reefs, with only one outlet to the sea. It is mainly inhabited by the descendants of whalers who set up a supply post there in the 1800s. It was hit severely by the collapse of this activity. I think that the only venture on the island that is still profitable is its medical institute. Darkwater Port. At the entrance to the port of Darkwater, one still passes in front of the shell of the Scylla? The last whaling ship to have brought back a catch. Sailors wander the docks looking for some small job for the day. A gang of bootleggers has set itself up there and is gnawing away at the territory of Captain Fitzroy, the last sailor to own a boat capable of making the round trip between the island and mainland. Here, the golden age of whale hunting is but a distant memory. A dense work aimed at interns and young practitioners. This first volume lists all illnesses known in the civilized world. It details the symptoms and suitable treatment. I don't know if there's supposed to be like things I can find on these. Kind of like with Tomb Raider, that if you rotate things, eventually like it'll vibrate and like something new will pop up. Atlas of Atlantic Islands. Darkwater Island has been inhabited. I think I've already read this. Okay. I feel like this is actually probably a decent point to end the video. It's a little short, but you know, it is what it is. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I do have my Sims channel and my Twitter, both linked down in the description below. If you'd like to check either of those things out, I would greatly appreciate it. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye, guys.